On the Bucks Basketball Network. Square Garden in New York. We are just about ready for basketball. The Bucks and the New York Knicks. This past summer, Ray Allen returned to New York. He spent the summer with Spike Lee. Just before Christmas in Milwaukee, Ray Allen proved he got game against the New York Knicks. 35 points, 5 of 6 on three-point shots. Ray hit 11 of his 18 field goal attempts, all 8 free throws. He scored inside, he scored outside, pulled down 5 rebounds with 4 assists, all while helping hold Allan Houston to just 15 points in the game. Ray had 35 of Milwaukee's 98 in a 20-point victory over the Knicks. He'll look to repeat that here tonight, John.
The defensive part of that, Jim, may be even the more important part in terms of playing Allan Houston. I think Ray Allen will have a very fine offensive night. I really believe that. But Allan Houston is a guy they're going to even more, and he's been shooting the ball deadly. He's an outstanding offensive player that they run a lot of game to.
The Knicks are 24-18, the Bucks 21-22. Larry Johnson, Charles Oakley, Chris Dudley, Allan Houston, and Charlie Ward start for Jeff Van Gundy and the Knicks. Chris Ford, normal lineup. Glenn Robinson, Tyrone Hill, Irvin Johnson, Ray Allen, and Terrell Brandon. The starting lineups are brought to you by Century Foods. Every great meal starts with Century. New York, always a defensive-oriented team. Bennett Salvatore, Ken Maurer, and Violet Palmer will be calling the fouls tonight. And fouls are always a possible factor when you play the Knicks. The all-time series tied at 67 apiece. The Bucks are 26-41 in New York.
I talked about being physical in this ball game, and even without Ewing, how physical they are. Quite frankly, with Dudley starting and getting more playing time, I think they're even more physical. He's going to bang. He's going to push people around. He's going to really get after it, and he is a guy that played very well last night in their loss at Miami. And he's someone you want to contend with and make sure you block off.
New York losing a big game last night by 4 at Miami, 86-82. Dudley controlling the tap. Allan Houston takes the first shot of the game, and the rebound goes to Tyrone Hill and the Bucks. Terrell Brandon matched up against Charlie Ward. There's the double on Allen, respecting that 35-point performance. Deflected to Tyrone Hill, +1.
Now, see, that was a very heads-up play by Ray Allen. He saw the double coming, and when you go to the baseline or the side, that's when the doubles can occur. So, therefore, he reverses and gets out of trouble, and therefore, then the Bucks have a man advantage inside. They get a lucky bounce here and maybe 3. You've got to be very alert and aware as to when the double teams will be coming. Will they come in full court? Will they come in half court? Most likely early in the game you'll see them in the half court section.
The Bucks on the board with a 3-point play. Tyrone Hill. Charles Oakley behind the back. Larry Johnson. He'll handle the ball more. With Ewing out, of course. Dudley, weak side rebound. That's his strength. Oakley underneath, lost out of bounds. Bucks ball.
Now, there's a good example right there, Jim. If you don't block these two guys away, Oakley, one of the best, strongest offensive rebounders in the game, and Dudley, who's just going to come after you and after you and after you. If you don't block them out with fundamental basketball, they're going to hurt you.
Allen spins. Houston stays on him and commits the foul.
That's another one of those magical matchups, very possibly. Both built very much alike, both very fine scorers, and you can see Houston, who's long, stays with him, and then the help comes from behind from Ward.
And correcting the foul, Charlie Ward was called for the foul by Violet Palmer. The Garden very quiet right now. The Bucks up 5-0 on the Knicks.
Well, and that's the way you keep it quiet. They can be a factor here.
Dudley, not a great ball handler. Robinson is. The Bucks passing, textbook fast break. Brandon finishes. It's about as pretty as it gets. 7-0. Oakley changes that.
And Oakley, for as strong as he is, and as much of his game is inside, he has always had a beautiful, soft touch on his jump shot.
Charles Oakley in his 13th NBA season. Terrell Brandon, baseline jumper is good. The Bucks are hitting their shots early. New York arrived in the metro area about 4 o'clock last night after their game in Miami. Brandon has 4. Next to Larry Johnson. And Charlie Ward for the 3. Long rebound out to Terrell Brandon. Allen thought about a 3 and pulls up. Dudley clears again for New York. Charlie Ward loses. Allen with a wraparound off the fake. Irvin Johnson.
That's a goal 10.
That's a goal 10. Johnson's basket is good.
Yeah, one of the Knicks, I think Larry Johnson went up through the basket. Take a look. Beautiful play by Ray Allen. Spike Lee might want to put this in the movie. He's going to go behind. He goes underneath. No, it was Dudley who went up through and got the goaltend.
The Bucks up 11-2 on the Knicks with 9:29 remaining in the first quarter.
22nd timeout by the Knicks at this point. They want to talk about it. They want to get control of this. Bucks doing what you have to do every night in the NBA, and I can give you a reason why you do it at home and on the road, but you certainly want to come out on the road and jump on it if you can, just as the Bucks have here. Jim, one of the other things we haven't had time to discuss yet is when you play the Knicks, you do have to be concerned with their three-point shooters. They get a phenomenal number of three-point shots up, and some of their guys can shoot the 3 very well. Ward, who just missed one, is a 47% shooter out there, and Allan Houston is 37%. Starks, when he comes in, he's 34%, but some nights, and there he is, some nights, you know, he might hit 3 or 4 or 5 in a row on you, and he might miss them as well.
Allan Houston, a deep 2. It's 11-4. New York may take a few minutes to get their legs. Charlie Ward played 41 minutes last night at Miami in the late flight, so the Bucks are doing the right thing, jumping right on the Knicks, and you want to keep jumping. Stay ahead by a comfortable margin if you can here at the Garden. Terrell Brandon has it knocked away, and he says, why not? I'll take the shot. The Bucks up 13-4.
Does Ward get an assist for that one?
Terrell has 6.
Assists to the other team. You can see they're using Dudley out high, and then they're trying to leave it open inside for Larry Johnson. You touched on this a moment ago. With Ewing out, that gives Johnson more opportunity to maneuver in the post-up. That's why they use Dudley high.
If they go to Dudley a lot, that favors the Bucks. He averages just 3 points a game. Dudley gives it up. Foul underneath. Charlie Ward fouled by, I'm not sure who the foul is on. I thought Bennett put up 0-0.
He put up 0-0. He did. Now, see, this is where guys get in trouble who are trying to defend Ward. Ward had no place to go. If the big guys don't come down after the ball, if they just hold their arms up, Ward's going to turn it over or certainly get a shot up that will be blocked. But because the blockers, the big men, want to come down after the ball, that's when the foul occurs.
The foul on Irvin Johnson. 8:40 remaining in the first quarter.
So when did Irvin get 0-0? I think he thought it was 2 zeros instead of 40 at first, the official.
Glenn Robinson, left wing. A long rebound. That came out at a 90-degree angle for Ward. Larry Johnson picked up by Tyrone Hill. Johnson shortens it up. Larry Johnson, a 47% shooter, 14 points a game. Robinson quickly on the other end for 2.
That time he got the soft arc on it, Jim. On the first one, it was a flat shot and came out. When the ball is at a low arc and flat, it's probably going, if it misses, it's going to be a long rebound.
Allan Houston left alone. Robinson was pinned off his man by Dudley to open up that 3. Robinson takes it in. He lost it, but Ray Allen will get a shot from outside the arc. It's 3, and it's 75 to the Mac Fun. Compliments of Carex muffler and brake shots.
And one of my keys was transition. You're seeing it right now, and it's paying off for the Bucks.
The Bucks are up 10 at 18-8 on the 3 by Ray Allen. We'll take a break and be back. 7:29 remaining in the opening quarter. Thursday, February 5th, so the top teams in the Atlantic. On February 10th, one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference and in the Central Division, the Atlanta Hawks, will be in Milwaukee.
Well,
Bucks up 10.
Named 3 very good basketball teams that are all very physical and excellent defensively, and you're going to see them all in a row.
Looped inside for Johnson. Tyrone Hill picks it off. Ray Allen, a floater. Tough shot for him. What a rebound. Tyrone Hill. Putback won't go. No foul called. And the Knicks out of there with the ball.
Chris Dudley's one of those guys, though, that he has really a lot of range, and you don't realize how much that's defensive range he has. Houston, he's the guy to watch. This time going inside, but you always want to take his jumper away from him.
Allan Houston, 15 points a game, the leading scorer for the Knicks now that Patrick Ewing is on the shelf. Ewing 21 points, 10 rebounds. Houston has 4 tonight. Tyrone Hill against Dudley. +1.
That is just a beautiful move, and that's moving Dudley, who's quite mobile, around. And take a look at it again. Watch Tyrone take him to the middle. Now watch, he faces up here, gets a little motion going, and then drop steps to the baseline. He may go for 3, and that to me is a big factor. You bring Buck Williams in, who's a hard worker, but he doesn't have the physical size and length of a Chris Dudley defensively. So that's a good move for the Bucks there to work on the foul situation.
Could turn out real good. Glenn Robinson off the miss with a jam. They get 4 on that exchange and lead 22-10. The Bucks up by 12.
When you have Oakley and Buck Williams in the front positions and they get out rebounded on a free throw, hard to believe.
There's a scoop by Houston. He has 6.
He will be the challenge tonight offensively. He's a fine offensive player that has it going, not just in this game, but in this stretch of the season.
Houston led the Knicks in Milwaukee with 15 points, his average. Ray Allen off the front. He ran into a lot of Knicks on that drive. The Bucks doing the job getting paint points tonight, 10-4. A couple of those have been off fast break situations. Larry Johnson spins, and he's fouled by Tyrone Hill.
Now, that's a set play right there. They call that play for Larry Johnson on the clear out. They like to give him the ball. He catches pretty deep here, so he's already in pretty good position. Typical Larry Johnson. He moves more horizontally in either post-up or one-on-one than he does vertically. And that's how he tries to get away from the defenders, who are oftentimes taller.
John, there's been some talk that New York might be better off in the future if Larry Johnson can play the 4 spot, which he seems to be playing tonight against Tyrone Hill because of that spin move. It creates a little room for him. There's one less defender back in there when he's playing the 4, and they feel that perhaps that will be a silver lining in the Ewing injury.
Well, I think that could be true. Glenn Robinson gets the read. Larry Johnson, no foul.
Ken Bauer saw it.
That should be.
He pushed Robinson out.
See, Jim, if you don't make that call, you got to turn the ball over to the Knicks. Take a look at it. That means Big Dog goes out of bounds with it, or he's fouled. And Spike Lee's right there to let him know the right call.
Glenn had a smile with Spike Lee. Violet Palmer right there underneath. Speaking of underneath, Urban Johnson, an easy 2 off a great feed. The Bucks lead 24-13. Turnover, Allan Houston.
Now, see, that's a simple show of a double team. You don't have to do much with it, but because they throw a bad pass, Ward throws a bad pass, it's a turnover, so the Bucks trap works, and they don't have to do much about it.
Well, Brandon gives it up. Hill back out to the top, and Robinson over Larry Johnson. Can't get the shooter's touch. Here's the touchdown pass. Larry Johnson.
Now, that's just a great pass. See, that's just a great pass. That pass made it happen. The defense didn't expect it. Larry Johnson, I don't think, really expected the pass.
Charles Oakley found him at the 5-yard line. Robinson on the drive. He draws the foul. 4:41 remaining in the opening quarter.
Now, I don't like to give you these tests, but I do it every now and then. And you always know the answer. As we look at Glenn again, what are the Bucks doing in the half court?
Well, they're moving the ball and they're reversing it, which leads to,
isn't it great,
at least some open looks and some drive opportunities.
Isn't it great, Jim? You know, whenever, and we talk about this a lot, when the Bucks get in trouble, it's when one guy takes it one-on-one, everybody's standing. When they're really playing well, everybody's moving, the ball's snapping around, people cutting through, and it's so obvious that even you and I can see it.
Well, we've talked about this in the past. I forget the percentages. When you take the ball to the basket from your entry side, you get a certain percentage of baskets made. Swing it to the top, shoot from there, it jumps way up. Go to the other side, and it goes even further. It's up around 65, 66%, something like that.
And that's swinging the ball. That doesn't necessarily mean you get guys cutting to the hoop and doing the things the Bucks are doing on top of that right now.
Milwaukee up 11. Under 4.5 in the opening quarter. That's an air ball 3 miss. Chris Mills, he used to hit it from the old distance. Terrell Brandon, Lasser won't go. How about that putback? It won't roll through for Irvin Johnson, and the ball is knocked away by New York from Tyrone Hill. The Bucks will get it with 22 on the shot clock.
Don't you love the Bucks' effort inside? They've been on the glass when they have missed.
John Starks will come on for Charlie Ward.
Now, see, Starks is one of those guys that can go 0 for 10 and then hit the shot that will beat you. He can also go 8 for 10. So you want to make sure he's having one of those off nights.
Let me say this right at the outset. John Starks is a big-time Denver Bronco fan. Now we know what we're dealing with. Dylan Robinson drives and draws the foul.
I get the message.
I just wanted you to know that.
I get it. Were the Broncos a little less gracious than the Packers when they wanted it? It's just a comment I kind of noticed.
Not their coach. Their coach was very gracious.
I just heard some of the players comment.
Anthony Bowie, recently signed as a free agent, comes on. Larry Johnson to the bench. Anthony Bowie signed on January 6th. He's been around the league, San Antonio, Houston, and Orlando before New York.
Yeah, and he's saying, no, I'm in the garden, man. I'm in the garden. Celebrities around. I'm in the garden. I'm in the apple. He's there. He's got his chance.
I know what that's like. I always wonder if you're watching the game or watching the fans here. You're always checking them out. 28-15 Milwaukee, 3:51 in the first. Starks missing that long deuce, and Brandon brings it up for the Bucks.
Doesn't take him long.
Oh, that's a nice dish and a foul. Irvin Johnson whacked Allan Houston.
Take a look again. This is off penetration. Look. The point guard, Terrell, breaks down the defense, and where's he get? Right into the throat of the defense and makes the play. That sets the big guys up.
Allan Houston has 1 foul. What's your scouting report on the front row here tonight?
Well, see, I usually have to report some of these obvious ones to you, like, Jim, that's Marlon Brando, or that's Robbie Everett. Who or what? Or,
I don't
know, Spike Lee. You know. Hey, actually, we had a chance to talk to Spike, and we hope we may have him at halftime when we come in 1 month to talk about our actor, and guess who that is?
I know him.
That's Woody Allen. And his wife. They used to sit on this side, now they're on the other side. Yeah.
3.5 to play.
Matthew Modine's here, yeah. Spike, of course, is here almost every game. Ginger's here. Yeah, Ginger.
Allan Houston, no, too strong. Terrell Brandon. Another rebound. Terrell playing well here in the opening quarter for the Bucks. Playing well as a team. Robinson. Fouled by Bowie.
See, once again, so much good people movement. It's not always just ball movement. It's the guys moving. If the guys just stood in a perimeter around, just passed the ball around, that's ball movement. You also must have people cutting, slashing, and moving. The Bucks have both tonight. It's getting them on the line. It's getting them good shots.
The victory tonight, Chris Ford would move up on the list, the coaching victory list. He would tie Frank Layden for 41st all-time. 277 victories. Maybe he can do that in New York. Under the 3-minute mark now in the quarter. Chris Mills up high. Shot clock under 10. Buck Williams finds the cutter Bowie, who loses on the way up. 2 on the shot clock. Mills hits iron. Gets it to go down. 29-17.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky. Mills at the right spot on the catch.
Oh, Robinson had some room. Houston just drifted over to cover his man, Allen, and that left it wide open for Glenn.
And plus, what's happening is when Terrell goes into the corner, they double team him. So Glenn was open right there in the seam.
Robinson with 11. An illegal defense. Urban Johnson. Chris Ford wants an explanation. We have a timeout with 2:03 remaining in the opening quarter at Madison Square Garden, where the Bucks lead the Knicks 31-17. Miami leading the Atlantic Division. The Bucks are leading the game 31-17 here at the Garden with 2:03 remaining in the first quarter. The Bucks have been up by as many as 14 points. There you see the front court scoring tonight. The Bucks dominating without Patrick Ewing.
Now, see, they had a mismatch situation with Brandon, so they go right to Mills. Good job by the Knicks. As Brandon goes for the steal, that leaves Mills open.
Robinson over. Boy, oh, he makes that look so easy. 13 for Glenn. Stark spinning on the baseline, blocked by Brandon. Here's the wow, what a great play.
I mean, Stark's over there shaking and baking, putting it through his legs, doing all these things, and the smaller guy just snuffs him.
Armin Gilliam. Brandon, a little too hot on that one. Alan Hill thought it might have been tipped by one of the Knicks. That is the Bucks' first turnover. It comes with 1:10 remaining in the first quarter.
But the Bucks and Terrell in particular consistently here early been able to break down their defense in the half court. That's key. There they go. See, they got the mismatch again with Mills, but
Mills misses the bunny, and Hill takes it off the glass. Brandon will wait for help and then go to Gilliam in the corner. And the Knicks with an unforced turnover. Jeff Van Gundy was hanging around the Garden this morning preparing for the shoot-around. He was very tired, John, hoarse from last night's game. And it would appear that the Knicks are just as tired and fatigued after that game at Miami last night.
And, Jim, it's important that the Bucks just keep the pace up then and build more room in case the Bucks find their legs and that enthusiasm.
Mills knocks it away. And now we get a foul against Milwaukee. Glenn Robinson picks up number 1. 28.4 in the quarter. So there'll be a 4.4 differential on the shot clock in the waning seconds here. Charlie Ward returns. Anthony Bowie to the Knicks bench.
Now, what they've run a couple of times, Mills with a diagonal screen top of the circle. Bucks switch on it. Then he goes to the box with Brandon on him in the mismatch. Not this time. They're going to try to go away and get Houston in a clear out.
Illegal defense. That's the second against the Bucks. So the Knicks will be at the line. New York allows just 87.7 points a game. That's the lowest opponent total in the league. Yeah, reflecting New York's defense, but the Bucks are on a much higher pace than that with 33 points here in the first quarter.
Well, we know how that can change in any NBA game, but hopefully if the Bucks can keep that pace up and score more than those points, then that takes it away from the type of game the Knicks want to play. Bucks go with the 2 small guards together. We've seen Chris do this not often, but a few times.
Elliott Perry and Brandon. Ray Allen, Glenn Robinson, and Armin Gilliam. 10 seconds remaining in the quarter. The Bucks lead by 13. Allan Houston drives, and he stepped out of bounds.
Well, that's good. See, Glenn has to make sure he gets down and cuts that baseline off so that Houston can't turn the corner and get away from the top guy who's coming down as a double team man.
Turnovers in the opening quarter, 6-1. New York has the 6. The Bucks have been doing everything well. That's the end of the first quarter. Brandon unable to get that shot to go. No foul called. 33-20 after 1. The Bucks lead the New York Knicks on the Bucks Basketball Network. Best three-point shooter at 48.7%. Charlie Ward of New York on the list in the top 10, number 7, 43.1. The league leaders are brought to you by Piggly Wiggly, the preferred way to save.
Wow, 48 to 49% from three-point range. Ellis and Mullen, that's phenomenal. Whew.
On the deep three.
Oh, I mean, think how many guys in this game can't shoot 40% in general, and those guys are doing it from three-point range, and that's, as you indicated, Jim, that's way back there.
Speaking of shooting, the Bucks 52% in the first quarter, 12 of 23. Ray Allen, long two off to the left. Gilliam had a hand on it for a moment. New York shot 38% in the opening quarter. Starks gives it up. There's another turnover. Or was it touched by the Bucks? Milwaukee touched it last. 17 on the shot clock.
Now, you know the Knicks in their huddles, they're talking about, come on, guys, let's get it going. Let's go now. Let's have some stops, get some transitions, and make it work.
Starks shoots over Gilliam. An interesting defensive matchup there. So Starks drains the three, and we have a 10-point game, 33-23. More conventional matchup as Starks defends Ray Allen. Chris Mills picks up the foul. He was defending Glenn Robinson. Yep, you touched him. The Garden is full, but it's very quiet at the moment. The Bucks up. They've led by as many as 14. Elliott Perry. Lefty jumper comes away for Oakland. Well, the Knicks have lost to Boston and Miami this week. They've dropped 2 in a row. Buck Williams. Robinson pulls up. Yes, sir. Right through the bottom over Mills. And Robinson feeling it tonight, John, on the New York stage.
And right back at him. Mills on the same side, just going down the court as the Bucks want to clear out. Mills on the miss. So Bucks doing a good job of doming on the rebound and making sure that the Knicks don't get it back.
Robinson again. Yes. That's money, folks. That is big money. Glenn Robinson with an open jumper. You can ring it up. 38-23. Robinson has 18 points. And we have a timeout. It comes with 10 minutes remaining in the second quarter. The Bucks up by 15, their biggest lead. Return of the successful family event, Family Fest 98. It comes up February 14th and 15th at the Southbridge Mall in Milwaukee. There's something for everyone. TV stars, sports celebrities, cartoon characters, games and prizes, and much more. Stay tuned for further details. With John McLaughlin and producer-director Gary Kirby, this is Jim Paskey at Madison Square Garden in New York. Tina Louise. She was Ginger. You're not old enough to remember that. It was on Gilligan's Island. Ginger and Mary Ann. Elliott Perry, another lefty J off the front. Chris Mills there for the rebound. Larry Johnson barks out, move, and they do, and John Starks throws it away.
good defense again by the Bucks. Good defense in this way. They've got Larry Johnson can go one-on-one on the side, but instead he looks for the rotations, but the Bucks were right there each time there was a man to swing the ball to. Look at the turnovers. Wow. The main thing is won by Milwaukee.
Gilliam backing in, spinning on Larry Johnson. There's the double team and the foul. No basket.
Charlie Ward, I think, on the help.
Yeah, he came down and reached and got a hold of Armin Gilliam.
Now,
take a look.
Notice, Jim, they're staying in single coverage until Armin turns to the baseline. That's a good time for the double up, but you could see Ward was all over him. Well, Charlie's a football player. A very good one.
Robinson rolls it across the back of the iron to Mills. 38-23. Long lead pass. Larry Johnson converts.
Now, that's one thing the Knicks haven't had much of, thanks to the Bucks shooting the ball well and also rebounding well. So you don't want to allow that to occur. You can help it. You can help it if you just put it in the basket. Nice.
Michael Curry releases and blows past Mills for two.
He just uses Mills as an axis and spins right on him.
It's 15 again, 40-25 Milwaukee. Eight minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first half. Another illegal defense. Glenn Robinson on the weak side below the free throw line. His man Oakley was above the circle. The Bucks have had 3 cracks. Well, I should say this is their 3rd crack at winning 4 in a row. They've been unable to do it so far this season.
What a great place to do it. This will be, oh, he misses it. This will be the home of this year's NBA All-Star game. It has not been played in New York for 30 years. And so this place will be jumping very soon.
A week from tomorrow, the NBA will start converging on New York. That'll be a big weekend here. The game on Sunday right here at the Garden. Charlie Ward well outside the arc. There's a save. Armin Gilliam disrupts it, but Oakley able to control for the Knicks. He goes underneath to Larry Johnson for the Glasser.
That's the second effort. Wonderful effort by Starks. That gets him a basket. Very often, when you get a reload of any type, it's highly successful.
Robinson pulls up. Yes.
Woo. Woo.
Glenn Robinson has 20.
I think he's making a statement here in the Apple.
Good place to do it.
Where the All-Star game will be, and he won't.
Charles Oakley. Robinson flew at him. It's a good place to make that statement, John. We'll take a look at Glenn's numbers compared to the All-Star forwards at halftime tonight. We'll let you make up your own mind.
Well, it's pretty obvious.
It is. But we don't want to influence anybody. Robinson, walk with it. Well, do you think they'll use some spit and polish and get this place shined up for the All-Star game?
Certainly this part of it that we're sitting in right now, perhaps maybe not the bowels of the building that, that we walk through.
Yeah, you get back in there and it looks like Oscar Madison Square Garden.
Man.
Dump low, Larry Johnson. And a whistle. Bennett Salvatore sees a foul. It's on Elliott Perry on a hold.
We might describe to people, and as you see the Bucks substituting here with Brandon Hill coming in back in the ball game for Gilliam and Perry. When we come in here, we're not on the main level, and we take a freight elevator. All the players, all the coaches, the announcers, we're all able to get on the freight elevator that they move the elephants up and down on. And it's not in too good a shape. Don't let him get rolling.
That's why he has a 3 on his jersey. It's 42-32, 6:54 in the second quarter.
This building is actually, where we're playing, is actually on the 5th floor, ground level.
Yeah, they have the 5 on the floor when you come up on that freight elevator, magic marker on the concrete.
Yeah, that's right.
You can tell where you are. Not this time for Robinson, knocked out. Ricky Pierce, it goes to the Knicks.
Now, see, if you're the Knicks, you start to feel a little bit better about your team and about the fans feeling better about what they're doing. They've cut the lead to 10. They're starting to play a little bit better. And if they can cut it down even more going into halftime, then they'll know, okay, we're back.
Larry Johnson, you can see the Knicks are getting their legs, John. They're starting to pick up the intensity, and the crowd is buying into it.
That's right. Chris Ford wants a timeout.
It comes with the Bucks up by 8, 42-34, 6:12 remaining in the second quarter. Patrick Ewing cheerleading for the remainder of this season. There have been some reports that Ewing believes he could come back at some point, but the doctors apparently believe that to be unlikely.
Well, Ewing is saying that he will be back, but the doctors are saying no, and the officials. But you know what? I love that positive thinking. He can perhaps make it heal quicker with saying, heal, I want to come back. And it really shows you also, you know, his competitive desires and the type of guy that he is.
Patrick Ewing shattered his right wrist when he went down in Milwaukee on the 20th of December. New York with an 11-4 run over the last 3 minutes and 48 seconds, hitting 6 of 9 in the quarter. The Bucks led by 13 after 1 tonight, 33-20.
Now they cut it to 8, but if the Bucks could now reopen the lead by, you know, maybe to 15 at halftime, that would really take a lot of starts out.
Great ball movement inside to Irvin Johnson from Curry, and that's what the Bucks have done in this game, is move the ball. That time you saw the reversal and then back inside. Irvin has 8. Heisman Trophy winner denied. Charlie Ward can't get it to go. Starks keeps it in play for the Knicks. 8 on the shot clock. Rebound Hill. Just over 5.5 to play in the second quarter. Bucks will come home after this game and then head out Saturday for an afternoon game Sunday in Minnesota. And Robinson coming up dry. That's 2 or 3 misses after he rolled up 20 quick points in this one. Irvin Johnson touches it.
Now they almost have the man advantage. They're going to get a good shot out of that situation if a couple of the Bucks, and that was Irvin, does not hustle to get back. Glenn Robinson gets a break, as you can see.
Brandon Allen, Hill, Irvin Johnson, and Curry for the Bucks. Milwaukee hanging with a pretty good rebounding team. Starks for 3. Curry got a piece of his jersey on the shot. It's 44-37. Starks has a pair outside the arc. Allen back out for Curry. He hits it just inside the arc. Michael Curry. A deep jumper from Michael. The Bucks lead 46-37. Curry a 37% shooter. Sometimes he'll surprise you with his range. Houston, yes.
He won't. You know what he'll do. No surprises from Houston.
The fact that the Bucks are hanging with New York on the boards is significant. New York has out-rebounded its last 5 opponents by an average of 53-39.
Double team paid off. They deflected from Brandon. Yeah, they're a good rebounding team. They do it by committee. That guy right there can really get on it, Oakley.
Oh, off the floor inside Oakley from Charlie Ward. Well, he could throw passes off the deck as well as through the air.
Well, the Knicks are right in this one, no question about it.
5-point game. Bucks take a timeout. 46-41. Milwaukee up with 3:44 remaining. Chris Ford's look has changed a bit as the Knicks have worked their way back into this one.
Today's the day.
Your postcard is selected with a chance, of course, to win a color television set.
Michael Curry on the charge, I believe, Jim.
That's the call. The Knicks plus 10 over the last 6 minutes and 5 seconds. They've turned it into a 5-point game. The Bucks' biggest lead, 15, obviously. You can do the math. Oakley deep, back out for Ward. 10 on the shot clock. Charlie Ward dances, kicks, Starks 3. He has hit 4 3-point baskets. He is 4 out of 6. Everything behind the arc for Starks.
It's interesting, when he came in, I said he can hit 3, 4, 5 3-pointers in a row on you. And if he's having one of those nights, the Knicks will have a big game.
Ball knocked away. Allen gets it back. Boy, he's being battled by Starks right up in his face. Contact, no whistle. Curry in the corner, 2 on the shot clock. Charlie Ward out of there with it. The Knicks have battled all the way back within 2. Number 2, Larry Johnson, airballs it to Hill. 3-on-2 box. Allen paint, whistle, he'll shoot.
Well, what's too bad here, Jim, is not only that the fact that the Bucks had the Knicks really reeling and not playing well at all and getting that lead, but it also kept the fans out of it. This crowd, it's full in here. They're ready to explode, and that got them back into the game as well. So it's been combinations of some good defense, some 3-point shooting, and a good mix of the Knicks offense. They've been able to get back into this one, and it's a new ball game.
Well, he has 5 points tonight. You saw his numbers in the first meeting against New York. Michael Curry getting a breather. 2:29 left in the second quarter.
The Knicks are a team that on any given night can turn the ball over. They're not always a good ball handling team. And if things aren't going right for them, you got to capitalize on it. But right now in the second quarter, they're making it happen.
They turned it over 22 times Monday, losing at Boston. Starks shortens up, comes back, they swing it. Larry Johnson finds Starks for 3. 5 3-point shots made by John Starks. And the Knicks have their first lead at 47-46. That was one of Milwaukee's keys. You have to defend John Starks outside the arc. And tonight he's tearing them up.
Well, it's quite simple to me. You don't ever give him an open look like that.
That's a foul. Glasser won't go for Brandon, but he'll be on the free throw line.
See, why anyone, when Starks has a game going like this, why anyone out there in a Bucks uniform would ever not stay in his vicinity and stay belly up on him is beyond me. I don't understand it.
Perfect outside the arc, John Starks. The Bucks have led by 15 twice at 29-14 and 40-25. Brandon will try to give Milwaukee a lead again from the free throw line. Terrell does. 48-47. Well, you knew it wouldn't be as easy as it appeared in the first quarter.
Well, you hope.
Starks, 6 for 6, and nobody was even in the neighborhood that time.
Well, but see, that time he had Glenn on him. He faked Glenn to the baseline and then came around the screen, faked Glenn out, and then had the screen wide open. Nobody stepping up.
3 consecutive threes for New York, all by Starks. Allen is fouled. Charlie Ward, I believe, on the reach.
Bucks still being able to get in enough on their defense to get to the free throw line on penetration, but it's Starks, and they're wanting to give Starks the ball. Not on the swing that time, just one-on-one on that play.
Charlie Ward sits with 3 fouls. Chris Mills returns for New York. 1:09 remaining in the second quarter. Tied at 50.
Same play with Brandon on start. Johnson up there for the screen.
Ray Allen, great play to keep it in play. And Houston. I thought Houston carried it out.
I did too. I'm not sure, but let's take a look. If Glenn gets the handle, he has a layup. Beautiful anticipation. Can't quite get control. It hits his hip here.
Oh, that's a good call.
Unless it bounced on Houston's leg as it went out.
Did you think it did?
No.
New York ball, 12 on the shot clock, 38.8 seconds remaining on the big clock here in the second quarter. Ray Allen tips it away, 6 on the shot clock. Recently, this has been a series controlled by the road team. The visitors have won 9 of the last 13. The Bucks have dropped 2 in a row, however, at Madison Square Garden after winning 4 straight. Allan Houston. And Mills able to beat Robinson to the rebound that time. He had that position that allowed him the quick first step. So the Knicks can wind the clock down. 2-second differential. 5 to shoot. Brandon with the foul.
Bucks with the foul to give, so he very alert, knows that there's one to give. That pushes it side court. On the next foul, though, they will shoot if they get it with the 7.1 seconds remaining. Mills is good enough to handle the ball. Houston good enough to handle the ball at the top and tall enough to get the shot off. Step up, that's it.
Starks inside to Johnson. Here Glasser goes. Turnaround Glasser at that. And the Knicks are up 52-50.
He should have to call that shot.
He banks it in for the lead. So we have seen a 17-point swing. The Bucks led by 15 in the second quarter. The Knicks go into the locker room up 2 at the half, 52-50. We'll be back with our 30th anniversary vignette tonight. And then we'll take a look at the Big Dog's numbers relative to all-star forwards. We'll be right back. Tonight and got a big lead on the Knicks. But it's interesting. They held the Knicks to 38% shooting in the first quarter and then allowed them to hit 65% of their shots in the second quarter. So once again, it boils down to defense.
It does, Jim, and really staying with it, not letting a team back quite the way the Bucks let them back. Key was those Starks. He was the only guy that hit threes. He hit 6 of them. And if I knew that, you knew the coaches knew it, they told the players, I mean, this is a guy you cannot let come in and burn you. And if there's anybody on the Knicks team that gets the fans into it, it's John Starks.
Well, you have to move that defense out a little bit. Let's take a look at the numbers for the first half. The overall shooting percentage is 51% to 50%. Free throw line, same deal. Rebounds, +4, New York. And Starks, 6 for 6 outside the arc. The halftime stats are brought to you by Toyota. Every day belongs to you. Make it count. Toyota, every day. Glenn Robinson leads all scorers in the first half. Glenn has 20 points. Robinson on 7 of 13 shooting, putting up 20. He's had a pretty good first half here in this home of the All-Star game in 1998. Johnson and Brandon with 8 apiece. John Starks 6 for 6 on threes. Larry Johnson has 13. The halftime scoring leaders brought to you by Potawatomi Bingo Casino. We'll return and do the hustle from Madison Square Garden in New York right after this. Hold a slim lead on our hustle board through a half tonight. 24-23 +4 rebounds. The Bucks with 5 steals. New York 1. The Knicks have 2 block shots. 1 for Milwaukee. The hustle board is brought to you by Miller Genuine Draft, who reminds you it's time for better beer breath. 52-50 our halftime score. The Knicks were down by as many as 15 points twice in the first half. They were able to outscore the Bucks 32-17 in the second quarter.
It
Took the Knicks a while to wake up, it appeared, tonight. They were a bit sluggish at the start. The Bucks capitalized nicely. And now we'll try to find that answer again here in the third quarter.
Well, you can bet one of the things the Knicks have talked about at halftime is, all right, guys, we don't want a third quarter like we had a first quarter. Let's get out and get after it right away. You got it going very nicely. We got back in this ball game. The Bucks on the other end are saying, hey, our second quarter wasn't what we wanted it to be, so let's go back and get the lead and play from the front and build some room.
Bucks going with their starters. New York with theirs. As we begin the third quarter, Brandon on the spin. It hits net, but below the iron. Ball knocked away, kept in play by Oakley, who ends up in the second row right over the top of Spike Lee. I think everybody's all right. The Bucks are playing 5-on-4 right now. Now Oakley comes back in. Sets up low in the paint. Houston drops to him. Ball knocked away. The Bucks have it. Ray Allen for three. Yes, sir. Ray Allen drains the three. $75 to the MAC Fund. Compliments of Carex muffler and brake shops. And I think Oakley might have taken somebody out, unfortunately, as he went over the top of the courtside seats. Well, I hope that lady is all right. That'll take your breath away at the very least.
Even if you're a big person, if you're a big man and you saw him coming at you, that hurts.
Everybody standing in their seats around that area. Now we get back to action with 11-11 remaining in the third quarter. Chris Childs is not available for the Knicks tonight. He was knocked unconscious in Miami in the second quarter, early in the second quarter last night. So the Knicks bench a little bit low as we move into the second half of play tonight. Dudley inside, puts a move on and flushes it home. 54-53 New York. That's Dudley's first deuce. You saw that incident last night, John. We watched the game on television. Ray Allen on the baseline drive +1.
Beauty. A little hesitation gets him to the baseline.
Dudley on the foul.
He gets away from the double up too. See, now Oakley should be trying to cut the baseline off so that the trap will work, but Glenn just beats him right there. And Dudley will use his fouls.
Ray Allen with a three-point shot, and now a three-point play in the third quarter.
You know, last night Childs was kicked in the head, then it hit the floor also, so he had a double whammy.
The knee of Eric Murdoch got him from behind and hammered his head right into the deck. The Knicks swing the ball. It comes away for Dudley, and now a foul. Ray Allen. We are so used to seeing the Knicks dump it into Patrick Ewing in the post that when they swing it on the perimeter, it looks like a different team.
I'm sure they were very used to it as well. It took them a little of adjustment period, but we told you how well they've played without him.
A little more up-tempo, more ball movement.
Try to get Larry Johnson the ball and clear out or quick post up more often, like right there.
High arching shot rattles, and Oakley puts it back from the weak side, right under the basket.
Oakley and Dudley both right there. Either one could have had that one.
Tied at 56. Offensive foul, Irvin Johnson.
Moving the screen.
The Bucks with 6 turnovers, New York 10. One-time Milwaukee Brewer draft pick Charlie Ward giving it up to Oakley at the top. And now Allan Houston. Oakley just inside the arc. He knew it was good.
And you have Dudley, when he's in the ball game, he makes sure he sets some good bone-jarring screens to free people. And
Robinson,
Glenn, same thing. He gets the screen from Hill. Doesn't take him long to load it up. By the time the defense gets around that screen, it's down.
knotted up again, 58 apiece. It's off Houston, Bucks ball.
Looked to me like Houston was working at trying to keep Ray on his back instead of going after the ball. So straight turnover.
Brandon out of the double team. That's a nice find. Tyrone Hill sealed quickly by Dudley, who calls for help. Ray Allen, no. Irvin Johnson up, and we get a loose ball foul. It's going the other way.
On Irvin. They said too much pushing to get into position.
Irvin picks up another quick foul here in the third quarter. 8:39 remaining in the period. Irvin Johnson now with 3 fouls. Tricky pass. Pretty nifty deuce. Allan Houston from Oakley.
That was all staged. They know what they're going to do on that Bucks trap. Houston started on the right wing, clears under the baseline, and the pass is right there, almost a no-looker. They diagrammed that baby.
Ray Allen back out for Brandon's 3. Yes. Terrell Brandon drains one for the Mac Fund. Carx Muffler and Brake Shops donating $75 for the 3, and the Bucks are up by 1. Charlie Ward on the turnover.
Well, when you go behind your back, if you hit your foot, then it can be a little embarrassing. That's what happened to Charlie. I'm only laughing because I lost a game once picking the ball off my foot. Not behind my back, just to pick it off my foot.
Bucks ball, 13 on the shot clock. You would never dribble behind your back, would you?
No.
.735 in the third quarter. Brandon finds Robinson, and now Allen for 3. Dudley may have been over the back of Irvin Johnson that time. No call.
Dudley's going to be on somebody's back every time.
Dudley inside. The Glasser is good. Dudley averages 3 points and 5 rebounds in 15 minutes of work for the Knicks. He is 4 and 4 tonight.
He's just elbows and shoulders.
Tyrone Hill, yes. He powers that one through.
I'm always amazed that he can go inside like that and never, almost never get a foul call. People sure do a good job of avoiding contact with him.
I thought he was bumped that time. Shot clock at 10 for Oakley.
Fair ball. Or did that kiss?
It was right on line. No, it hit the net, not the rim.
Offensive.
Terrell Brandon called for the offensive foul. 6:38 remaining in the third quarter. The Bucks lead the Knicks by 1 with a timeout at 63-62. It's practice. During the All-Star weekend, he'll try to make that shot on this court for $1 million.
Man, you think I wouldn't be doing some practicing?
They only gave him 1 shot, though.
Elsewhere. Practice elsewhere. Okay. For $1 million?
Well, you're not going to let him shoot all day and practice
Let me shoot
in front of the crowd and everything.
Let me shoot that for him.
I mean, every shot he takes in front of this crowd lowers the odds on that.
Man, even a good shooter would tighten up on that one, let me tell you. For $1 million.
Dudley along the baseline in traffic. He walks. And doesn't like the call. I'd like to see you take $1 million 3. I wouldn't laugh if you missed.
Strong probability it would go in. But I'd be a little nervous.
but I wouldn't laugh if you missed. Yeah. Just over 6 minutes remaining as Robinson hits a nifty deuce. It's 65-62 Milwaukee.
That is just quick action. He comes from the baseline around the screen, boom, and the Bucks run that very well.
Wins above his average now, 24. Robinson coming off a 14-point, 6-rebound game, but he had 5 assists against Detroit. He found a way to help out. Dudley releases, throws it up and in, and a foul.
Well, you don't want to give him the basket if you can help it. He's such a bad free throw shooter. If you think he's going to score it, you want to try to take it away, and that's exactly what Hill's trying to do. Fouled him there, and then there, and he's trying to get him to miss, but he gets the deuce. Now, he shouldn't go for 3, should he?
Well, he hasn't exactly been confused with Calvin Murphy, has he? Chris Dudley actually, he made 500 free throws a day this summer, allegedly. It makes you wonder how many he took.
Well, he's up to 46%. Yeah, all the way up to 46%.
The guy's 2 for 2 in arbitration cases against the league. Has he ever hit 2 out of 2 from the line? Long rebound comes away.
He knows which 2 to hit.
Yeah, you're right about that. This is Oakley. The Knicks in front by 1. I'll tell you what, that's a long summer day if Chris Dudley has to make 500 free throws. Hope it was indoors. You could get scorched. Ball knocked away.
We have to shoot 18,000.
Houston, no basket. Foul before he let it go. That's the good news.
Yeah, the bad news is Starks coming in. On the floor, no question about it. He dribbled the ball a couple of more times. But the penalty's in anyway. So he goes to the line, but does not get the basket.
The Bucks will be shooting on the next Knick foul.
How many would you have to shoot to make 500?
Oh, wait, I read that wrong. I'm sorry.
Okay.
They only have one team foul. That's timeouts over there.
That is a little confusing.
What was your question? How long would it take?
How many free throws would it take you to make 500? 600?
Well, if I shot them with Dudley, we'd be having breakfast, lunch, and dinner together. Glenn Robinson rolls it home. Beauty.
Again, same play.
So the Bucks have to watch this free throw disparity here. They're over the limit. The Knicks with one team foul. 4:32 remaining in the third quarter. Good ball game. Basket for basket now. Starks.
He's fouled. He'll go to the line. See, the Bucks now being aware of, we got to step up on his 3. Starks aware of it also. So as the Bucks step up at him to make sure they take away the jumper, he puts the burners on, which he's capable of, and gets to the baseline.
The Knicks are really down to 9 players. We told you that Chris Childs is unable to go. He suffered a concussion last night in Miami. Ronnie Grandison has not played since being activated from the injured list, and Herb Williams rarely sees action for the Knicks. So their bench is a bit depleted. If the Bucks can hang in there and try to wear down the New York Knicks after this trip.
You could make 70% of them, couldn't you?
I want to see if Starks can make a free throw here.
Well, he maybe wants to shoot behind 3-point line. Answer my question. You could make 70% of them, huh? To get to your 500.
Well, that is possible, but it might be a stretch.
Okay. 60%. Turnover.
Charlie Ward fouled by Glenn Robinson. Took out that Heisman Trophy winner this time down the floor.
Well, Glenn trying to make sure he doesn't get the layup. That's not Glenn's error. That's Tyrone's error right here, as they double up on him, and he just tries to pass over it and out of it, but can't get it over Ward. So on a turnover near midcourt like that, you're going to give up some kind of points.
Explain this to me. Charlie Ward is in the All-Star 3 shootout contest, and Starks isn't.
Well, Ward's percentage is better on the year. Maybe they wanted some new blood.
The Knicks do not have an all-star. The Bucks do not have an all-star.
Maybe Starks didn't want to be in. There's 3 reasons. Is that enough?
That's fine.
Okay.
71-67 New York. Just over 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Robinson pulls up over Houston for 2. Glenn Robinson on fire.
And that starts with the Bucks trying to run a pick and roll game. They double team it. The Bucks swing the ball.
Glenn has 28. New York swings it. Larry Johnson. Then it's Salvador. Sees the walk.
Well, travel, 3-second violation or foul, but all of those other two, or the travel and the 3 seconds, should come before the foul. Let's see. Yeah.
He's in there a long time.
Well, and he picked both feet up and jumped around and came back down and then started to shoot.
That's why he didn't call the foul.
That's right.
Brandon for 3. Yes.
Bring it.
75 to the Mac Fund. Compliments of Carrick's muffler and brake shops. The Bucks take the lead on that 3, 72-71. Allan Houston. Tipped by Oakley, won't go, and the Bucks move it up the floor.
Good weak side time. Knicks trying to get up and cut off the passing lane. Glenn again off the screen.
Starks inside, knocked away Gilliam. Great job. Larry Johnson thought he was fouled.
That's transition defense.
Under 2.5 to play in the third quarter. Technical Larry Johnson. He's been barking. He's about ready to get run. If he keeps this up, he'll be gone. See you later. Yeah, that's really.
Yeah, you could see Bennett was ready. He gave him the benefit of it. Larry Johnson stayed right there in his face.
Johnson leaves with 13 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists.
And that affects the bench that we've been talking about. 2 technicals, so Terrell will shoot both. When a guy gives you a tee and tells you to back off and you stay in his face, you're probably going to get the second one. Timeout.
You could see it coming. 74-71 Milwaukee, 2:25 remaining in the third quarter.
Today's the day.
Back tonight, Glenn with 28 points. Watch him score off the dish. From Terrell Brandon. Pop up from the elbow. The playback brought to you by Discover Card. Proud sponsor of the Smithsonian's 150th anniversary.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, right. That's proud sponsor. Oh, never could say.
Oh.
Brandon, no, and the rebound will go to Dudley. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Starks is 7 for 7 outside the arc. 21 points, John Starks.
They run Houston off the screen. He curls through. They bring Starks from the other side. He comes off the screen. Boom.
Glenn Robinson. Great work by Ray Allen. The glasser is good. He took it away from Dudley on the rebound and nails it home to give the Bucks a 76-74 lead. Allan Houston on the turnaround.
Now that's confidence, isn't it? He's posting up a 6'10" guy. Allan Houston, by the way, is about 6'6".
Dudley got a piece of that. It probably didn't have much of a chance to go in anyway. Starks will pull up again. He missed one. He'll take another. And hit it. He's 8 of 9. The Knicks up 3. With a great dish, Tyrone Hill, the flush.
Man, he just ate Starks on that one. I mean, on the dribble, pulls back, puts the burners on, blows by him, and makes the play.
Hey, we have a whale of a game tonight. The Bucks led by 15. The last time at 40-25. The Knicks made up 17 points to lead by 2 at the half. Starks inside the arc. That's a loose ball foul on Armin Gilliam.
Now, that's a tough play for Ray Allen because what's happening is Starks goes under the basket. Now they run Houston around the screen. Starks can go either way. He runs around the screen. The screen is Oakley. He sets good ones. He also moves a little bit. They don't call that. So Allen has to fight around, and Starks, if you're trailing him, he loads it up fast.
Cheer of the night on Dudley's free throw swish. Charlie Ward back on. Allan Houston out for the Knicks. Larry Johnson out on technicals. 2:25 remaining in the third quarter. He's in the locker room. Chris Childs not available tonight, recovering from a concussion.
Now Dudley's consistent, Jim. He's just a bad shooter in general. Some guys score from the floor but can't from the line. He's just, you can see, fundamentally really working on it.
10 seconds in the third quarter.
See, you can learn fundamentals. You can't learn touch. You can improve it a little bit.
Armin Gilliam, no. Ray Allen can't get the shot away. That's the end of the third quarter. Heading into the fourth, the Knicks lead by 3. I guess that's fitting with Starks hitting 8 of 9 outside the arc. It's 81-78.
I heard my...
And he is in the game. Kenyon Hughes wins a family 4-pack of Bucks tickets for having the postcard selected, and now has a chance to pick up a 19-inch color television. Compliments of the Bucks and Miller Lite. The fourth quarter shootout brought to you by Miller Lite, reminding you that anything can happen at Miller time. Elliott Perry in the game defending Charlie Ward. Robinson switches back now to cover his man Mills. That leaves Starks open for 3.
They are running a number of screens for Starks. That time, Jim, he had 3 coming across the paint from under the basket. That's how he can get open.
They may as well go with him. He's done the job. Ray Allen defended by Starks. Ray's in trouble, but he finds Perry. 7 on the shot clock. His 3 comes away. And Mills has it on the weak side. 81-78 New York. That's a glasser 3.
He did not shoot that as a glasser either, Jim. It's going for him.
9 of 11 on 3.
Michael Curry's going to come in just to play start.
Ray Allen. Yes, off the glass. He bounced off Dudley. Put it off the window. The Bucks are down 4.
See, Jim, the problem is when Starks is getting this many screens, you've got to have help. One man can't play because you're going to get bumped off, especially with Dudley and Oakley setting screens.
It's another change in New York's offense without Patrick Ewing. 3. Allen, no, too strong. And that is a turnover. The Knicks running more of a screening offense without their big man. Michael Curry on for Ray Allen.
And we'll see how well Michael gets through these screens. People have to show and step up.
Mills fouled by Gilliam.
What happens often when a team gets so occupied and preoccupied with one guy, when they move the ball around, a guy like Mills here on the wing, you know, he had a nice just fake move back to the middle because the Bucks are now starting to concentrate on where Starks and shutting him down.
Well, Herb Williams makes a rare appearance, replacing Charles Oakley. Herb Williams, 39 years old, in his 17th NBA season. Playing in his 6th game this year. So Starks has a Knicks record 9 3-pointers, 9 for 11. New York up 6. Robinson, foul, count it. What a shot by Robinson.
I'll tell you this, Jim, when you think about Glenn and you think about his game, he's one of the very best in the game at this kind of play. Guy all over him. Here comes a double up, and how he can explode into the air over people. Not a lot of guys block his shot. We've seen it happen a few times, but it does not happen that often in that kind of a situation, which is tough.
Starks drives, and he is fouled.
Now see, he can set his penetration game up. And he is very quick. He's very explosive. So his three-point game has really allowed him to now do this back inside against the Bucks D.
Kenyon Hughes, our fourth quarter shootout contestant tonight, wins a family 4-pack of Bucks tickets. Ray Allen scoring the first points in the quarter. Glenn Robinson the second basket. Glenn with that opportunity for a 3-point play. 87-82 New York. Starks has 30. Robinson has 30. Glenn, by the way, hitting 30 points for the 10th time this season. Elliott Perry, tough shot after contact. Elliott Perry, and the Bucks are within 4 at 88-84. No basket.
Third team. Knicks only one team foul. It's again Starks able to turn the corner because the defense has to make a run at it.
Starks closing in on his season high of 34 points. Allan Houston out for Chris Mills. Nice double team by the Bucks. Shot clock at 10. Mills can't get the paint shot to go, and the Bucks will come down and try to inch a little bit closer. They're down by 4. Robinson, 32 points for Glenn Robinson.
And he's running the screen fence. Boom, 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 boom. On the baseline, Bucks run their version of the Starks play. Glenn gets it in clear out or very often off the screen.
A bit reminiscent of the Chicago game when Robinson and Jordan went at it point for point. Starks has 32. Jordan had 44 that night. Robinson 42. 90-86 New York. Mills smothering Robinson. Closing any opportunity he had for a quick shot. Gilliam into the middle. And we have a foul.
Yeah, it'll be on Dudley. Gilliam blowing by him. And I was just about to say, Harmon hasn't had the ball in post-up that much tonight because other things have been working.
Maybe he'll come up big in this fourth quarter like he did Tuesday against Detroit. 10 of his 15 points and 6 in the last 3 minutes and 25 seconds. go to it. Elliott, Terry, no, and a rebound controlled by Gilliam for a moment. Now it's loose, still loose. The Bucks. Curry, take it in. Glasser, no. Fouled by Mills.
Great effort all the way around. Because the Bucks come up with it, that gives them this advantage to the basket by Curry. Take a look at the action again. Diving for it. No one pushes it out of bounds, and Tyrone Hill picks it up and finds Curry.
I wonder how Violet Palmer feels hearing from Spike Lee all night long. She's been in that position. Spike sits right behind Violet. That's a long way from the playgrounds of Los Angeles, isn't it?
It sure is.
Violet Palmer, known as a disciplinarian, working in the recreation leagues in L.A., and here she is in the NBA. Her brother played a little basketball for UCLA, Rod Palmer.
Ain't America great?
The Knicks up 3, 90-87. Turnover. 7:20 left at the Garden. Oh, that's a great pass. Robinson pounded, ball deflected. Shot was altered, but Elliott Perry with a great look. Starks inside the arc. Too strong. Everybody in the building is thinking if he was backed out about 8 inches, it would have been right through. Under 7 minutes. Gilliam against Dudley. Drops his shoulder.
Offensive.
Yep.
Or travel.
And a walk. A bump and a walk. Armin Gilliam not happy with the call. A timeout with 6:50 remaining in New York. The Knicks are up 3, 90-87. We got 87 with 6 minutes and 47 seconds remaining. Allan Houston in the corner. Ray Allen defending. Armin Gilliam committing the foul. 2 straight fouls by Armin Gilliam. No easy baskets from the Hammer.
And they like to run that play. Now they're mixing it up. Starks getting a rest. Houston, another guy that we've talked about all night that's a great shooter. More steady than Starks, but not as explosive. He runs the baseline coming off the screen. Then he can go back inside as the Bucks step up to take away his jumper.
Ray Allen might have taken a shot to the neck or head area.
Throat.
Allan Houston, 17 points. He has scored 21 and 27 in his last 2. 5-point New York lead. Gilliam low against Dudley. He just moved him off with the ball. Dudley saying, how about a 3-second call? Chris Dudley on the foul.
Well, I can understand that, and I was expecting it as well, hoping that something else would occur first, and apparently it did in the eyes of the official. Armand, though, you know, he doesn't just leap over people, but he tries to fake you, get you up in the air, turn in front of you, get to the other side to protect the ball and throw it up with one of those jump hooks that he has, left or right. Now it's time for the stops, Jim. Bucks have been trailing, clock running down. And you don't want to be in the trail position to get down to that 2-minute mark.
New York up by 3 with the ball. Oh, the time to do it is right now. Ford, Glasser, count it. And New York can go up by 6.
Big play by Ward right here, and you're right. This is when the Bucks need the stops. He turns the corner and explodes, uses the backboard, which is a great time to go to it. He had the proper angle.
Terrell Brandon has 4 fouls. at 10. Brandon in the corner. Works around that screen to route Brandon off the front. It comes right to Dudley. Allan Houston back for Mills. Shot clock under 10. Charlie Ward for 3. Ray Allen all alone for the rebound, and he immediately looked up court. Nobody was open for the pass. Timeout, Milwaukee. 5:24 remaining in the fourth quarter. So we'll take a break. The Knicks lead 94-89. You're watching the Bucks Television Network. Live's silent auction coming up next Tuesday. The Knicks will be in town at the Bradley Center. You can bid on all kinds of great NBA memorabilia and items. Proceeds go to the Breast Cancer Awareness Program, and over $65,000 has been raised so far. So look for it next Tuesday at the Bradley Center. Come early. Salesforce, a local food broker, also involved in sponsoring Bucks Wives Save Lives program. 5:24 left in the fourth quarter. 94-89. Harmon Gilliam.
All right, now, if they score here, big problem. Bucks D has to now be big. Not just once, but a few times.
Rebound stolen away by Brandon. It was headed back for Oakley. Terrell Brandon at 3. No. Big rebound, Ray Allen. Tough shot won't go. Dudley underneath for the board. 4:35 remaining. Saved by Oakley. Charles Oakley on the baseline, and Brandon has him.
Could use one of those threes the Bucks have been trying to load up. Brandon did. There's a look.
Ray Allen.
Nope.
Dudley again. We have a foul.
He'll shoot.
Tyrone Hill. Tyrone Hill has 5 fouls. The Bucks already over the limit. The Knicks have 4 team fouls with 3:58 remaining.
Well, the Bucks, one of the things that you wanted was an open look for your best three-point shooter, and Ray can't make them all, and that one was just not on. So this gives the Knicks an opportunity to build on the lead with under the 4-minute mark. So scoring against the Bucks are going to have to be better and better as that clock goes down more and the Knicks open the lead more.
Dudley had hit 2 straight free throws.
Supposed to shoot in 10 seconds. Never seen him ever call that. Malone takes a lot of time also.
Robinson on the turnover. Nobody home on the pass. 94-89. We're stuck on that score right now with 3:45 remaining. Both teams coming up empty offensively. Allan Houston fouled on the drive.
See, at this point, the Knicks are just measuring the game. Run a little clock, get a whistle each time or a basket. They're able to spread the court, kind of build on the lead. They're in control of this one. Unless the Bucks really get something now major going, they're not going to win this ball game, and it's got to be right here. But see the Knicks dribble it up. The Bucks have been missing. The Knicks have been kind of in ball control, if you will.
Armin Gilliam picking up foul number 4. And the lead is 7 for New York. Allan Houston with 19 points. Brandon, yes, from the baseline.
Now, it's not over. There is time.
Oh, there's plenty of time.
There is time, but you just cannot foul them or let them score, see? On each possession. So they get the clear out.
Houston driving almost every time down from the corner. Ball knocked out. Last touch by the Bucks with 11 on the shot clock.
Good help by the Bucks.
Allen right up on Starks. That's a pretty good pass. Great defense by the Bucks. Now a loose ball foul. A loose ball foul against Dudley. That's his 5th.
Great defense by Tyrone Hill. Well timed. Watch it. Starks double team by Armin. He's right there, and Hill also on the weak side comes in. Now the Bucks have a chance to score without the clock running. That is optimum stuff.
Number 5 on Dudley puts New York over the limit with 2:55 remaining.
And Dudley uses his up quite often.
Tyrone Hill with another double-double. He also has 13 rebounds to go with those 10 points. Oh, there's been some banging underneath. That time Dudley laid a forearm on Robinson going for the rebound. 96-93 New York.
He has a clear out. See, he has a big man on it. Bucks want to try to double it up.
Hopefully. No. Rebound. Gilliam. Armin Gilliam takes it away from Starks. Plenty of time. 2:25.
Two-man game. There you go.
Hill sets the pick. They go the other way. Ray Allen shows it to Houston. Drives and draws the foul.
And goes to the line. Again, the Bucks can score without the clock running. If you can't get the threes or quick twos, this is perfect. Bucks can come to within 1. So you're at the short strokes now. So you get these two, stop them, score. Now you're playing from the front. And again, it's all the difference in the world.
Irvin Johnson back on for Armin Gilliam. Ray Allen with 18 points. Houston picking up foul number 4.
Armin did a good job, Jim. Some well-timed help from the weak side. He and Tyrone Hill.
The Bucks are within 1. And New York takes a timeout with 2:14 remaining. Don't go away. We have a good one going, don't we?
Stop the pig. When you
look at the sky shot of the game, brought to you by Midwest Express Airlines, the best care in the air and the official airline of the Milwaukee Bucks. Tyrone Hill and Ray Allen hook up for the sky shot of the game against the Knicks. 2:14 remaining. New York up 196-95.
The Bucks have done a wonderful job. When it looked like the Knicks were going to pull away with it, they reeled them back in with a couple stops and scores on free throws.
The Bucks play at Minnesota Sunday afternoon. Then it's back home with the Knicks on Tuesday. Miami at the Bradley Center Thursday, and that wraps up the action before the All-Star break. Right after the All-Star break, the Atlanta Hawks are in Milwaukee. The Bucks trying to win for the 4th straight time. They haven't done that this year. This is their 3rd attempt at winning 4 in a row. More significantly, it would put them at 500.
Chris Ford got Michael Curry in at the last minute because he wanted to check it at this end. He wanted to get the matchup on Houston.
Tyrone Hill comes up huge. 2 minutes remaining.
Big D. Mills on the
foul.
front.
Mills.
And then behind, and then the hands.
Violet Palmer on the call. 1:50 left. Robinson at the line. Glenn has 32 points. Sharing game honors with John Starks. 27 of Starks' 32 have come outside the three-point arc. He has 9 three-pointers, a Knicks record.
Yeah, Glenn's have come just kind of consistently throughout the game. Starks have been boom.
Glenn got to 18 points in a hurry tonight. A very quiet 18. We both looked at each other and said,
believe
man.
It. Yeah. I said, are you right? It was boom.
I knew I was.
And it was just in the flow, you know.
97-96 Milwaukee. They need another stop. Robinson had a hand on it, and they get the stop. It's Curry. Tracks it down.
Horrible pass by Charlie Ward. And that's the position they're concerned about here. They say, hey, Ward's fine, you know, but you're not going to win it all with Charlie Ward at the point. Well, he's made some big plays tonight, but he threw that one away.
The Knicks are looking for a better quarterback.
Yeah.
Kenny Anderson has been rumored to be headed here. He denies it. It's a 20-second timeout taken by Chris Ward.
Well, if this was football, Charlie Ward would be a number 1 guy. But it's basketball, and he's not a top-tier point guard.
Be sure and stay tuned to WB18 following the Bucks game for a classic episode of Seinfeld. In tonight's episode, Jerry and George decide to write a TV series about their friends. You'll never guess who gets to play the part of Kramer. That's Seinfeld right after the Bucks game.
We get home in time to see that? No.
.125 remaining.
Well, if the Bucks can score this, now they can go up 3, approaching that 1-minute mark. And that's what I talk about so often in terms of working from the front. Makes the other team scramble.
Brandon pulls up. The Knicks crash the glass. We're going to the wire tonight. Starks points at Kenny Maurer. Ken figured out he wanted a timeout, so it comes with 1:11 remaining. We'll be back on the Bucks TV network. Points, his 10th game of 30 or more this season. 13 of 23 shooting, 7 of 9 from the free throw line for Glenn Robinson. The Bucks player of the game brought to you by Miller Lite, who reminds you that anything can happen at Miller time. 1:11 left at the Garden. The Bucks are up by 1, 97-96. New York will have the ball, but just 16 seconds remain on the shot clock.
Now, what they've been doing, they've been running plays to Houston to the left wing. This might be something that gets Starks involved again. I don't know. I don't know if they want to ride him. It's been a while, but still, we haven't seen those plays that brought him off the screens for the long jumpers.
John Starks, 32 points. He has hit 10 of 16. 9 of the 10 have been on 3.
Houston and clear out.
Michael Curry on him. Air ball. Rebound Robinson. Timeout. The Bucks had 3 timeouts. So they take a good timeout here and have 2 full timeouts remaining with less than a minute to play in New York. It's Milwaukee 97, the Knicks 96. Ray Allen, they've been going to Houston all night, John, and Curry doing a good job here.
Houston, that's right. He gets double up, and you see Glenn Robinson on the take there. He sees he's on the baseline. He's trapped. He's got the timeouts to burn, so he makes a good call at that point. But you're right. They just give it to Houston in the clear out again. Starks has not been part of their offensive set for some time.
Al McPherson in the front row at Madison Square Garden. Denzel Washington, Ray Allen's father in the movie He Got Game, is here tonight. A couple of seats down from Spike Lee.
Yeah, the building is full tonight with the celebrities.
All right, here we go. 59.9 remaining.
Oh no.
Charlie Ward on the take. Well, you hate to have that happen after a timeout. That's not what was designed, of course, and we have another timeout. The Knicks lead by 1.
Very well. Look at that. The most dangerous place to throw a pass at midcourt like that is right there, right on the timeline. Major, major error.
And it has the Bucks down 1, 98-97, 56.5 seconds remaining. Charlie Ward with 8 points. That's his second field goal of the night.
Well, he certainly redeemed himself from the turnover he had a moment ago. Now the Bucks have to get this one, because if not, the Knicks can run some clock, and if they score it, can put it out of reach unless the Bucks can throw up a 3 late. So the Bucks have to score this and then hold them. Otherwise, they could have been in a commanding position on a score.
Both teams have 1 full timeout remaining. Two-man game. Brandon takes it to the baseline, kicks it out. Ray Allen, a 3. Rebound, Mills. New York uses its final timeout. 42.6 seconds remaining. We'll be right back. The Bucks got an open look for a 3 from Ray Allen. And John, some are questioning why the Knicks would take a timeout.
Well, I think Van Gundy wants to be sure he gets the proper call that he wants. He wants to talk about, obviously, the offensive end right now, what to get, because he knows that if they can score this, then they've got a good 3-point lead, and the Bucks will have to do something dramatic in terms of making a 3. He also wants to set what might happen in transition or a quick look by the Bucks.
Well, you have a 20.
It was their last.
It's their last timeout, and you have a 20-second differential on the clock. So the Bucks, I mean, we have a possession to go here for Milwaukee. That's what makes it a curious timeout. Normally, you would wait until you have to take it.
I think he just wanted to make sure that perhaps they can put it out of reach here and might not need it. And he knows that if something happens here and they score, the Bucks may very well end up calling a timeout.
Charlie Ward looking at Brandon.
Yeah, they're going to win Starks. Curry was right there.
Now they switch out. Hill back to the top. Mills. Ward will take the 3. Rebound. Bucks. Brandon knocks it ahead for Allen. Brandon in. It comes away. And the Knicks have it with 11 seconds remaining.
I cannot believe that nobody's fouled there. No fouls. Brandon can't believe it. Bucks could win it possibly right there. He has to launch, lean back away from it. And this is even better for the Knicks because a lot of clock was run.
Houston finally got the rebound. He was fouled by Robinson. "11 seconds remain." Chris Ford yells out, "Box out." New York by 3, 100-97. The Bucks will plot their strategy. We'll be right back.
You want more?
Brandon takes it in. No foul. Rebound attempt. No foul. Houston gets it. Robinson knocks it away. Foul. 2 free throws by Houston. And New York is up 197.
Well, it was a really outstanding effort by the Knicks. I mean, they got back on D. They really forced Terrell Brandon to alter that shot. He had to bend all the way back away from the block. And from that angle, it did not look like there was a foul. But then they were all over the ball, so good hustle by the Knicks. Let's look one more time. It's Mills. Terrell leans back, misses the shot, and the Knicks control. Now the Bucks need a 3. To tie, they know it. They'll be stepping up on everything.
The Bucks 5 of 11 outside the arc. The guards, Allen and Brandon, have 2 apiece. Robinson 1. And New York uses its delay of game.
And if the Bucks take it inside the line, some people might say foul them, give up the 2. Don't see it happen that often. But if you foul them behind the line, then the Bucks get 3 shots.
3 3-point shooters popped out. Ray Allen takes it deep 3 for the tie. Yes, sir. 5 seconds. He has game. Starks was on the line.
No.
2-0. Tip go. Rebound Milwaukee. And the Bucks have worked to their 7th overtime. And what a thrilling ending. Ray Allen in Spike Lee's face.
Denzel Washington just said to Spike Lee, "That's my boy." He did. I could read his lips.
Look where that is.
That should be worth 4.
All right, we think the Bucks have won. A 4-point shot.
Look at him, Spike and Denzel. That's our boy, they're saying.
We'll take a break. Ray Allen, the hero, sending us into overtime, tied at 100.
His 2 compadres in the movie were right here going crazy. And Denzel Washington looked over at me right after I said, "That's worth 4," and he raised his hand up and had 4 fingers sticking up. There he said, "That was worth 4." I said, "Yeah, you're right." But in the meantime, error by the Knicks. I'm not sure. I think it was Houston. He was laying back in on the inside the circle while Ray was standing out there. That's just not bright. I mean, you know the Bucks need a 3. He's the best 3-point shooter. Why you're laying back makes no sense to me. Sometimes the way these guys don't use guys for laying back.
New York controls the tip. The Knicks in their first overtime game this season. It's number 7 for the Bucks, 3-3.
Now, in an overtime like this, it's been emotional, and you've had swings. The team that comes out here mentally tough and really stays with it is a team that's going to win. And very often, that first score working from the front is a key basket.
Charlie Ward, New York up by 2. Ward had the big steal to make this game interesting. Steal off the inbound, an easy lay-in. Ray Allen up again. Yes, sir, Ray Allen. He has the last 5 for the Bucks, tied at 102. Charlie Ward on the dribble. This is Starks. The double comes. Allen can force him to the corner. 10 to shoot. Houston draws the foul.
Well, they obviously like that matchup. They want Houston to get the ball in 1-on-1 to turn the corner and get inside the paint.
Glenn Robinson with 4 fouls. Houston hit a pair of free throws to put the Knicks up 100-97. Some foul jeopardy. Tyrone Hill 5, Brandon 4, Robinson 4. Dudley has 5, Ward 4 for New York. All of those players are in the game. 104-102. Robinson can't shoot. Yes.
Oh. It looks like he has no room at all to get that shot off.
36 for Glenn Robinson. He's our regulation player of the game. Houston snaps one off. Who wants to be the player of the game in overtime? 106-104, New York. Swing it. Allen. Back. Now Brandon inside the arc. Yes, sir. He felt that one. He had Houston running at him. It's tied at 106. Allen, Robinson, and Brandon have scored for the Bucks in the overtime period.
Starks to the top to Houston again, this time to the right wing. He's had it left wing, right wing, top of the circle, and now a stop. Oh, beautiful pass.
All lost. Starks can't get number 10. Loose ball foul.
Dudley doing his thing over the back of people.
And Dudley is done. That's his 6th. Well, New York is seriously depleted. Chris Childs could not go tonight because of the concussion last night. Larry Johnson ejected on technicals with 2:25 remaining in the third quarter, and now Dudley out on fouls. 2:13 remaining, and we have a 2:13 remaining. The Bucks. Bucks ball. Glenn Robinson has 36 points tonight. He sets up, sees a quick double team, and then turns it over, trying to go back to Brandon. Charlie Ward with another steal. And the foul, Terrell Brandon, or was that Ray Allen? It was Ray Allen.
Yeah, it was Ray. And here's what we're seeing now, Jim. They're going to be shooting each time. Look, great double up. Glenn actually traveled, but they didn't call that. Just turned the ball over. But 4 team fouls for the Bucks. The Knicks with uno. That may be the story here, or a part of the story here in the overtime. If they can get to the line.
Oakley dumps it into the middle.
Right there.
Tyrone Hill on the foul. That is his 6th.
Well, some key turnovers by different Bucks people in this one are factors.
Michael Curry into the game. Tyrone Hill sits with 11 points and 13 rebounds. Chris Mills, a good free throw shooter, 81%.
Well, the Knicks wanted to make sure that Glenn Robinson doesn't continue to burn them, so they come with the double immediately, even as the ball is headed that way, and it paid off for them. Then the defense rotates over to the nearest passing lane, which was Brandon.
Mills puts New York up to 108, 106, 141 left.
We'd like to see the Bucks get fouled on the shot, so they'll be able to get to the line quicker. Otherwise, the penalty difference can mean something.
Trapped in the corner, Brandon. Ball knocked out with 7 on the shot clock. The Bucks will get it back. Everything seems to happen right there, Spike Lee.
He wills it so. Like he's directing the game.
Ray Allen, tough shot. Yes, he rolls it down right in front of Spike Lee. It's tied at 108 network. Mills and Ward for New York.
Great job by Curry. They were trying to go to Houston in a couple spots.
Shot clock under 10. Down to 6. Now count it. Plus 1. Houston with a chance for a 3-point play. Allan Houston coming up big in the fourth quarter in the overtime.
Well, they rode Starks earlier, but it's been Houston down the stretch in regulation and in overtime. They just continue to give him the ball.
Three-point play foul on Michael Curry. 111, 108. Another break on the Bucks television network. Have at least 2 possessions left.
Well, and you can bet they'll be thinking about the Bucks shooting threes this time, especially Ray Allen.
Robinson in the paint.
He gets the three.
+1.
Oh, my God.
Right back at you.
Oh. Well, Doggy says, well, hey, you know, there's other ways to get 3. We don't have to shoot it from the outside. I'll do what they did to us. And you know how strong he is to take that ball on up and shoot it and score it like that and stay with it. I mean, that's incredible.
Talk about incredible. That simply describes this game at the moment. Glenn Robinson with 39 points. We're tied again. 111 all, 49.8 remaining.
Get something going to the basket, not just settling for the jumper, because they've been getting to the line so frequently. Clear out.
Curry on Houston. He pulls up.
Get it, guys.
That rebound, it comes back to Houston. 30 seconds left. And New York takes a timeout. Well, then all of that is moot.
They don't have a timeout either, so if you could really have shut that down, they'd have nothing to go with.
Starts with 10 on the shot clock. Into Mills.
He has the mismatch.
And a foul call. Robinson and Brandon surrounding Mills.
Well, see, Mills sets a screen and the Bucks switch, so that puts Brandon on him. He goes right to the box. You can't switch that easily, Jim. I think you got to get through those screens at the top like that so you don't have an easy, quick mismatch, because it's not like where there's just minute seconds left where you switch up on everything and take away the jumpers. They weren't looking for that. Get out of there.
Mills with 9 points. Tyrone Hill can't watch. He is on the bench with 6 fouls. Mills perfect from the line. Foul on Terrell Brandon. The Bucks have 15.8 seconds on the clock after this free throw. And a timeout taken by the Bucks.
To tap it back up, and you don't want to leave them a lot of room either.
Curry in for Brandon, defended by Ward. Into Robinson. Turn around, tough shot, Glasser, no shot. Oh, is there? Put back, no. Curry, yes. 3 shots at it. And the Bucks take the lead with 5 seconds to play. The throwaway. The Bucks get it back. 1.2 on the clock. The Bucks are up 113-112.
There will be a quick foul here. That was a great effort on the glass by the Bucks. A great effort.
And there's the foul. Ward against Brandon.
Michael Curry on the glass. Ray Allen on the glass. It was magnificent. Big Dog gets the shot. They play him. Excellent defensive effort. He comes up short. Ray Allen keeps it alive. Michael Curry right there. The Bucks on the trampoline, on the boards. They're going to win a huge game. It's been won and lost by both teams, what, 5 or 6 times?
Unbelievable.
People are stunned here. They thought they had it packed away. Mills makes those free throws. It would be tied. They wouldn't have had to foul. And you can say a lot of ifs in this one.
Brandon perfect from the line, 5 for 5, 21 points. 10 assists for Terrell Brandon tonight. A half a second remaining.
They're going to throw the long one, try to tap it at the basket. If he makes this, they need a 3. They have no timeouts left.
115-112. Mills mishandles the pass, and the Bucks have beaten the New York Knicks in overtime, 115-112. The Bucks are at 500. 22-22. Watch Michael Curry with the game winner. Allen with a great effort. Michael puts it in. Everybody crashed the boards, and the Bucks have won 4 in a row for the first time this season. It took them 3 tries. We'll be back to wrap it up from the Garden right after this. said that was a great game, and their team lost. 115-112 in overtime. Milwaukee, 2 huge baskets. Ray Allen's 3 at the end of regulation to make it 100 all. And then Michael Curry with the 3rd attempt at the basket to win it for the Bucks.
And there were so many other big plays throughout this game. I mean, Starks, Ray Allen. I mean, where do you stop here? This was, if you stayed with us throughout this one, you saw one heck of a basketball game. I mean, it was just incredible. And I think the happiest person for the Bucks afterwards, besides Michael Curry putting that in, was who?
Tyrone Hill.
Tyrone Hill. He came out and gave guys some hugs because he knew he threw that pass away, and they got it back for him.
And they win it. Well, I'll tell you something, John. That's a heck of a way to get to 500, 22-22. And the Bucks, more importantly, are starting to close games out in the 4th quarter and in overtime if need be.
Yeah, they step up, you know, the defense again, Jim, when it was really tough. I mean, and New York has some very fine offensive people, and when they got it going like they did tonight, they're even more difficult. The Bucks defense did do the job when it had to, enough to win this one.
Let's look at the hustle board. The final numbers in this game favor the New York Knicks, 57-54.